So last year, Humanity First Germany, they had a team of Ahmadi doctors as well as German doctors who went to Nepal. And this was before the earthquake. And it was really a huge sacrifice on part of the German doctors, because basically they get only a couple of weeks a year where they get vacation time. And they dedicated their own vacation time to Humanity First. So now the project is on the way, and it's the day before they're supposed to leave. And one of the Ahmadis who's in charge of the project, he writes a letter to Hazur asking for prayers for the success of the event. And this is literally right before they're supposed to leave. And Hazur's response comes back, and it says that ruke abhi mat jaye, meaning that stay, don't go yet. So the project manager, he told this to the other Ahmadis. They were shocked, but they obeyed. When the Germans found out, they were furious, because obviously they spent their vacation time, their money, everything to come to this project with Humanity First. And they started saying bad things against the Jamaat, the organization, like, what kind of dictatorship do you guys follow? What kind of system is this? What do you guys think you're doing? Etc., etc. The very next day, Nepal was hit with the second most devastating earthquake that the country has ever seen. And later that evening, they receive a fax from Hazur, in which Hazur states, ab jaye, meaning that now you may go. So the German doctors, right after this, they saw that, what is actually going on. And they became permanent contacts at that time for Humanity First, that they would be on call, and if Humanity First calls them, they'll come. Many times we wonder, because we don't really hear about the ilham or the revelations that Hazur might receive. Like, what is Hazur's relationship with Allah Ta'ala like? And these are first-hand experiences that Ahmadis received, even people outside of Ahmadiyyat, and their lives were literally saved, and they were able to go at a time when the country actually needed them. And this is Hazur's relationship with Allah Ta'ala, his prayers, what he's doing, what he's praying, how he's trying to help the world. Another incident that I wanted to share was something that happened a little more locally, and this was in the summer last year, and it happened with the Jamia student. So a couple of Jamia students, they were sent to a tabligh stall at CNE, and a lady came up to one of the Jamia students, and she asked that, have you ever received revelation? Meaning, have you ever received ilham? And he was kind of taken back, but he's like, I haven't received ilham, but I've had my prayers accepted in extraordinary ways, and true dreams that that were honestly amazing for me. And then she went on to go and say that, I've seen a revelation. So right away, the Jamia student, he thought this is going to be a fake story. We have a tabligh stall set up. She's going to try to come do tabligh to us. It's one of those things. But when she went on, he was shook. And she started off by saying, this happened to me on Christmas Eve. An angel came to me. And the angel said, write this down. Jesus did not die on the cross. He survived, traveled, and is buried in Kashmir. When he will return, he will come from India, and he will bring the Quran in Urdu, which means the commentary. So now when he heard this, he had shivers run down his spine, and then he introduced the Jamaat and the Promised Messiah and who we are. And that lady, she just broke down into tears, and trying to honestly seeing that where she was brought to. So the point is that these stories, they're very amazing, they're impactful, and we see Hazur in a new light.